All right, folks, so Bitcoin actually hit 50,000 today, but my next guest says Bitcoin ETFs are sounding an alarm. I'm going to bring in Pomp Investments investor, Anthony Pompliano. And Pomp, you say, that these Bitcoin ETFs, they're sounding the alarm. At first, it felt like everyone, including yourself, were really enthused about it. Did they not go off right? What's the hitch?
The alarm's good for Bitcoiners. If you think about what's happening right here, Wall Street's getting an intelligence test. If you paid attention in Economics 101, you're going to pass this test. There is hundreds of millions of dollars per day flowing into these Bitcoin ETFs, and there's only about $40 to $45 million of net new Bitcoin being produced. So there's 12.5 times more demand than there is supply being created every single day. If there's that much demand and that little supply, the price has got to go up to accommodate everyone. And so my guess is that we're about to see Bitcoin continue to grind up over the next couple of weeks.
So that's the structural buildup for this next big move.
Correct.
What's holding them back then?
Well, the Bitcoin's not being held back, right? I mean, It was at 47 and went down to 40,000 because everyone was dumping GBTC. Now, all of a sudden, we're back to 50,000. I think 50,000 is a psychological level as well. People get really excited. They say, hey, we're going back towards all-time highs. And as soon as Bitcoiners start saying it, somehow it usually happens.
It does, right? Now, you say you've got the next big bet. Share that with us.
Yeah, so if you look at what happened with the Bitcoin ETF, right? Bitcoin is an asset. It's now been accepted within Wall Street, and now people want to get access. And so we have these Bitcoin ETF issuers. I think that the next big run of equities is going to end up being in altcoin ETFs. And what I mean by that is forget which coin or which protocol, but the altcoin ETF issuers, I think, are going to have a great run over the next 2 years. I've made 3 bets here. I invested in Bitwise. I invested in a company called 21 Shares. And then the only publicly traded company is something called DeFi Technologies. And all 3 of these, they basically want to give people exposure to assets. They don't care which one you pick. They just want to make sure that it's easier for you to put money into this ecosystem in this industry. And I think all 3 will do well.
So a big thing with the ETF, the spot ETFs was general acceptance, not just Wall Street, but Wall Street kind of giving it the veneer of acceptance. So you're watching the Super Bowl, you couldn't help but see Jack Dorsey in there with Beyonce and Jay-Z with the Satori shirt on. Then I don't know what this was about, but I saw President Biden now, he's got the laser eyes. I don't know if that has anything to do with Bitcoin, but the bottom line though is, generally, do you think that it's starting to reheat? Because there was this massive sort of, hey, everyone was talking about it, then it kind of fell apart. And when that happens, a lot of folks who are not necessarily intelligent, into these things, they walk away and never come back. It feels like they're coming back.
The beauty of Bitcoin is that it's a decentralized organization. There is no CEO, there's no board of directors, and there is no marketing team, but price is the marketing campaign. And as the price goes up, more people talk about it. We're talking about it here today. More investors start to pay attention. They put capital in, and has this positive, reflexive kind of mechanism, which will drive the price higher and higher, which gets more people talking about it, and that's what leads to the outperformance.
So what's the all-time high?
The all-time high is $69,000. The most entertaining outcome of course, is exactly what's going to happen.
But you think we'll at least test that this year, maybe?
I think that we'll go to a new all-time high before the end of the year, especially if we continue to see hundreds of millions of dollars flowing into these ETFs every day.
Right. It's been amazing. Wow.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.